Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Doug Ridenour, Public Information Officer. Again, our afternoon update. Don't have a lot of significant news I can tell you about today, but regarding the marina yesterday on the search, nothing came up conclusive. Detectives told us last night. Probably going to have additional follow-up on that possible lead. Today we went out and looked at some vacant homes, about 35 or 40 within the area of the Peterson home. We're also starting on a list of parolees and sex offenders to do some follow-up regarding that possibility. And after Sergeant Clark finishes, we're going to see a short video with Laci in the video. We'll get that to you as well. Sergeant Clark.
Today we've been concentrating our search. We've switched gears a little bit, and the reason we've done that is, number one, I can tell you the horses and the horse crews were pretty tired and I needed to give them a day off. Helicopter crew needed some time to do maintenance, so they stayed on the ground today as well because of the weather. And we've put officer teams out there today, and their focus has been to go out and work the possibilities of sex offenders, those that were in the immediate area or that are registered in the immediate area. As of about 45 minutes ago, we had made contact with 29 of those sex offenders, and of course the questions that we're asking them are where they've been over the Christmas Eve, who they were with, and those types of questions so that we can verify their whereabouts. Again, this is just to remove a possibility, another possible avenue which was may have taken place here. We've had citizen volunteers and department volunteers as well as police explorers out this morning doing searches in neighborhoods, and we've switched that direction as well now to the north. They've been assigned maps as they arrive at the command post, given an area, and they go out and they conduct their search. Anything they can't see from their vehicles or from walking down the street, they get out and actually are asked to hand search and to look through. We had some horses this morning show up that wanted to volunteer. I actually sent those horses back up the Dry Creek area again, the third, fourth time to search that area, but it doesn't hurt to keep repeating the same thing. And one of our canine officers who's been involved in the search team, Mike Hicks, this morning took the family dog for a walk. Took the dog out, just let the dog go a little bit and watch the dog's body language and just to see the dog work. See what he did. The dog just seemed to be taking a walk, but it was worth a try again just to get some experience in watching the family dog and how the dog reacted down in the park. And there wasn't anything significant there. We're following up on leads as well. I've got officers right now that are out checking different locations, stores, people that worked in stores and said that they saw Laci on Christmas Eve. Some of these stores have videos, so the officers are actually trying to get in, and they're sitting down and going through videos just to see if maybe she may be in one of the videos. If we come across something that looks to be like possibly could be Laci, then of course we will get that video to the family, because they're the ones that will be able to tell us for sure if in fact it is Laci in a video. Those are still just all possibilities. Tomorrow we will again broaden the search with helicopter, weather permitting, and probably horse teams again. in rural area as we work our way north through the county, like we did as we went to the west. And that, I think, pretty much caps the search that we've done for today.
Sergeant, can you talk about the robbery the burglary across the street from Laci's home? Do you believe there to be any possible connection, any indication that she may have come upon the people that were burglarizing that home?
Well, I think anything's possible, which was why that particular burglary was handed immediately to a detective. I know he's done extensive follow-up on it, and is still, a lot of it is still under investigation. But as I said before, just like looking into the sex offenders and starting to look at high-risk parolees that are in the area, they're all possibilities. And at this point, we've got to look at everything. So that is being looked at, yes.
Is that where the bloodhounds led you? There was a couple of days ago you talked about the bloodhounds not leading you into the park, but to a nearby home and then over to a area by the Gallo Winery 6 blocks in the other direction.
Well, actually, the dogs didn't take us to any home. They worked what's called a trail, and they trailed in the middle of the roadway. So they led to westbound on 132, which was one of the reasons why I took the search westbound 132 out to the county line. But there was no actual house where the dogs took anybody.
Can you talk about the surveillance video at the stores? This is the first I'm hearing of it. The last I heard, Scott was the last who had seen her. It's possible she was out on Christmas Eve morning? Or?
Again, these are tips that have come in, and we're following up on them, and it's one of those things that will take some time to follow up on. But as I said, as we look at videos and we get into some of these places, if we see anything in a video that looks like Laci, the first people that we'll get a hold of will be family, Scott, Laci's mom, and people like that to take a look at the videos.
Sergeant, I know that Chandra Levy was found missing in Washington, but she's from Modesto. Another missing woman from Modesto. Any connection there?
I don't believe there's any connection, no.
Before we go on to any further questions, just a couple of things about the tip lines. There's been now about 340 calls that's come in, and we're following up on those that are credible. We're prioritizing those that we feel that need, initial contact. Some of them have been not as credible. People want to offer psychics for pets and one thing or another. So, again, those are being prioritized as well. Investigators are still continuing their request for anyone that's talked to Laci between Sunday and Tuesday. Last week, they need to talk to him, have talked to her personally. They want to talk to those people. The families asked that on New Year's Eve at 4:30 at East Loma Park at the tennis courts, there's going to be a candlelight vigil. That'll be 4:30 New Year's Eve, East Loma Park. And I think we'll show the video and then go to questions. So those that didn't have any other questions could get out of here. So we'll see the video. This is explaining the video to you. It's a very short video showing family members. It was on Antonio Rocha's baptism on September 8th, 2001. Left of the video will be Amy. Center will be Brett, which is the brother of Laci, and right will be later.
When you were doing it, how much were you putting in? Oh, you never? Oh, no. I have yours. Is it working? So, 18 inches by 18 and then the other bigger ones, I go on myself. Make my own form. Oh, yeah. Tiger one's like $600 a piece. With $600, I can buy a whole cement truck.
One more piece.
There's a shot.
Incredible.
Your mom did, didn't she? Oh, like this?
So when you were doing it, how much were you putting in? $11, $12 a foot? Oh, you never? Oh, no. I have yours. Is it working? 18 inches by 18 inches. $600 a piece. You know, with $600, I could buy a whole cement truck. You know? Incredible.
Almonds? Are they almonds? Yeah. Your mom did, didn't she? Oh, like this? Yeah.
We'll be able to get a more updated video if possible. I'm prepared to take some questions. Yes.
Time had passed before it was realized that she was missing. I mean, how long was it?
Again, her husband reported saw her at 9:30, somewhere around there. I don't have that record, around 4:30, 5 o'clock that night. And that's the last word that we have that anybody's seen her. Mother talked to her the night before over the telephone, so we corroborated that. But,
Talk about a van that was seen, a suspicious van with a man and a woman at the park.
They're gone by investigators. All those leads are being pulled. Obviously, that the longer it goes, the harder it becomes as far as the impact all of us. But we're staying strong. The chief is committed to us. That we're going to stay on this 24 hours a day, and that's how we've been going. We've been even today. It's kind of a light day normally of the week. We still have our search teams out there. Again, Sergeant Clark mentioned tomorrow we'll be starting again, probably with the helicopters and the horses and whatnot. Some of the information we're not sharing with you is because it's part of the investigation, and that's the way it's going to continue to be. That is part of the things that we're not talking about and we're not reporting. And the information I'm getting from the investigators is that they attempted to corroborate some of that information. It just has not been conclusive. They're going to continue to do further follow-up, but at this point, that's the information they've given me.
Where was the fishing trip gone to, and has there been search geographically where that fishing trip was?
There has been some search. Yesterday, they had some dogs up from Contra Costa that helped our detectives take a search, but again, nothing conclusive.
Now, was this fishing trip out on the bay or along the banks of the bay?
I'm not sure. Sergeant Clark or anybody can help me on that. I'm not sure. As my understanding, it was a marina, and so I don't know if it's off the bank or inside. I don't know.
Did you put the boat in the water because you've said in the past?
Again, that's one of the areas that we're not going to be talking about because it's part of the investigation that they're trying to pursue. Other questions? Okay.
I have one more question. Isn't the reward now $510,000? I understand there was a $10,000 donation this morning.
I did not hear that. It has not been confirmed if it is. No. Again, just to reiterate, the family would like to announce that they're going to have a candlelight vigil New Year's Eve, 4:30 p.m. at the East La Loma Park tennis courts. It's frustrating. I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating for us as law enforcement. We're trying to keep you updated. There's too much interest for the media and the public. I'll continue to do the 4:30 or the 2:30 briefing tomorrow as well. Anything new that comes up, I'll get an advisory out to you.
I would like to ask a sergeant. You've been asking the help from the public. Can you tell us what the people should be looking for? I mean, can you be more specific? What they should be looking for? We're still looking for a missing person, but can we be more specific what they should be looking for?
What they should be looking for is Laci Peterson, who was last seen wearing black pants and a white pullover shirt. And that's what they should be looking for. As far as anything else, we don't have anything else. We don't have anything else to be looking for. That's why our focus in our search has been to continue to look for Laci. And that's who we're looking for, and that's what I instruct the teams when they go out, as they go out to look.
Did she have her house keys with her? Is that something that might be lying someplace?
I don't know anything about the house keys. I couldn't, that's part of the investigation that I don't know about.
What about anything that she might have been wearing that would have been very distinctive? Like, did she have a tattoo or a ring or something like that?
There's a tattoo on her ankle.
I remember hearing something about that.
There was something about a tattoo, yes. Again, for the searchers though, what they're looking for is Laci Peterson walking around or somewhere around out there in the clothing that she was wearing, and that's what we have to work with.
Was she on any sort of medication, or do we know if there was something that could have happened that could have changed her state of mind and she could just be out there?
My understanding is that Laci was a happy, very healthy young lady that was vibrantly looking forward to being a mother and was pregnant with a baby boy 8 months.
You said you made contact with about 29 sex offenders. What proportion is that, or percentage-wise, or?
I think we have about 175 on our list that we're trying to make contact with. Thus far, we've made contact with 29. Out of the 29, one arrest was made, but it was unrelated to this.
Any other questions? Okay, again, tomorrow, 2:30, if we get anything updates, I'll send advisory out and... It is Roach.
I'm thinking that's
Right now, right here.
They'll get a camera in front of you.
Yeah. Much home. And the people that, whoever has Laci, the reward is $500,000. Take the money, bring my daughter back safe, and take the money and go and get away free. Get out of here. Just go with the money. Take the reward and go. Thank you. Okay? Is that good
Sir,
enough?
would you say your name one more time, please?
Dennis Rocha.
And any thoughts while you watch the video? Thank you.
Wait, sure.
Pretty good there.
Wait, there. I got enough of it to go around.
Okay. Oh. It's bad, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Why not? I know, really. I don't know. Something's wrong. Something's not good. Yeah, where's Tony? He was over at the hall. Everything. She don't deserve this, does she? I've had a lot of people that are concerned, you know. Christmas Eve, of all times to... I'm so mad about her. 100 million things are going through my head. I gotta make myself laugh once in a while. Do you need me to do anything? I want no water. Nice to change, huh? Go. My brother. Somebody's gonna know something. Yeah. Those people that did take her, unless they want the baby. But, I don't know. Somebody's gonna see something. Somebody's gonna talk.
You know what you're doing? Sean Tasty. Do you need anything?
I just left
Robert's in this down. Yeah, she was taking steps.
Yes,